me is Loc, and then this is Sidak from Melbourne. Here's Hing from Vietnam, David, Melbourne too, and Danesh. And now Loc will start the presentation. Okay.
Okay, let's start. Hello everyone and welcome to our presentation today about Marathon Corporation Business Report. The presentation outline include four main parts: the introduction, findings, conclusion, and recommendations. About the company, Marathon Corporation is a flash drive company that maintains the same level of inventory every year, and the next year goal is to reach a target net profit of $150,000 by selling 115 units. However, the current issue is that they are facing profit loss, and although they have come up with some suggestion from the CEO, they cannot make any decision due to their lack of knowledge regarding accounting. Uh, uh, there are many costs that incur during the operation of the company, so we have classified them into three main costs: fixed, variables, and mixed costs. The fixed cost is divided into manufacturing and non-manufacturing costs. Within the fixed manufacturing cost, the factory overhead dominate by occupying about 45% in total. The variable cost is also divided into manufacturing costs and non-manufacturing costs. However, in the variable manufacturing costs, direct material, direct labor, and factory overhead dominate almost equally, about 31%, 34%, and 22% respectively. And now here we'll continue the presentation.
Okay, thanks Loc. And now I will move to the effective profit. The effective units store are about 150,000 units, and the single order price is $18. The total sales revenue is $2,070,000. Moreover, the total variable cost is about $1,610,000. The contribution margin is equal to sales revenue minus variable cost, which is $460,000. The total fixed cost is $500. Then the profit is equal to contribution margin minus fixed cost. Hence, Marathon Corporation is expected to have a loss of $40,000. And I will move to the contribution margin. The contribution margin per unit is $4, meaning that after consuming for variable cost, there is $4 residual profit left per sale and can contribute to coverage of fixed cost. The contribution margin ratio is about around 23%, meaning that around 78% of the selling price is used for the variable cost, and around 23% remaining is used for the fixed cost. And we move on the presentation.
Okay, so I will talk about the break even and the target income. Break even is when your total sale equal total cost, and then you make zero profits. So at that point, you can start to making profit. So with the current price, the sale need to break even is 2,250,000. However, the company only have sale at 2,070,000. That's why they make a lot of $40,000. And to achieve the target income of $150,000, they have to sell at least 2,009,925,000 dollars. And if you compare the unit, the current expected unit for 2019 was 150,000, with less than 10,000 compared to the break-even point. And if they need to achieve the target income, reach reach the unit at 162,000, 500,000 units. And here was the suggestion from David.
Out of the four options, option 2 was the best, as we suggested, because of its higher expected sales and the higher net income, and because of the salaries increased by 50% and the sales volume increased by 30%, which made it the best for us. Next slide. Next slide. So the margin safety ratio for option 2, 8.28, better than the others, and makes option 2 better. And the operating leverage, 12.08, makes it better for option 2 because the higher it is, the more sales we're making with a higher margin. And I'll go next to, and we'll continue with the presentation.
In conclusion, to start calculating any cost, we need to straight the cost into fixed and variable. Having said that, some of both and are known as mixed cost. Thus, high-low method enables to find those costs and give a better accuracy and is highly recommended. Second, initial plan with $115,000 unit 115,000 units cannot reach the net profit of $150,000 because of its cost and expenses. And only proposals A, B, and D are giving a net profit. Original and giving a net negative income. The option, so recommendation is to achieve the $150,000 profit, salaries by 50% while the sales commission remains constant. So this will motivate the salary and the staff to work on more and sell as much as they can, which can increase the sales volume. Again, it's a prediction. So the increase in sales volume will result in a higher net profit of 149,500, which is slightly 5,000 less than the targeted net profit, but is the closest net profit that we can achieve.
Now come to the experience and learning outcome from Danesh.
So I'm going to talk about the experience and the learning outcome of this project. As we all had a good experience throughout this project, it was new for everyone and new to work with overseas students. Difficulties at the first, but throughout we solved it by communicating with each other and creating a group. And we learned a few things from this project is how to use Google Drive, create YouTube videos, create Google Sheet, joining the community, and how to use the Google Docs. Everyone had worked together as a team worked. It was a really nice meeting, you guys, and thanks for working together.
Okay, that's for the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.